Oh god. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is almost every spell that was in DOE at the time, so I'm just gonna try and name them all. I'm not gonna try and explain it. Okay. Here we go. Minigun. Okay. I already lost. Okay, let's take it slow then. Let's take it slow then. I wanted to look at this one first because the most important thing here is the character select screen, right? We got 15 characters here. Some of them have placeholder sprites from the other characters, but otherwise they all play very differently from each other and have their own strengths and weaknesses. So you see them all here. I think we will see a clip from each of these characters today. So as we go on, we'll be able to take note of any of the special attacks these guys have. So bam, Northwind, bam, 3 shots of mistletoe, and then Cecily dashes in. So this is a special attack for Cecily. She can move into enemy territory. She slashes the tiles that she goes onto. Yeah, let's talk about this is a very common Cecily attack. So uses the weapon here. So every character has an individual weapon that no other character has, right? So Cecily's what I was talking about earlier is the little dash into the area, and then on top of that, I also get to cast Breakout. That spell's in OSV2. It's pretty much the same. 3x3 tile area, 6 damage, beautiful. So I'm using the Cecily's weapon to get into the range for Breakout to be usable. This is a very common strategy for Celicy decks. They want to get in, they want to do a lot of damage, or just take up a lot of area with the melee spells. So sub weapons are, it's basically just another weapon that you can that you have on your hand at all times. So like think charge shot, but without having to charge it. So at any given opportunity, you have the option to fire your weapon or fire your sub weapon. When you construct your deck in Duels of Eden, you get your choice of 2 artifacts here. Get your choice of 2 artifacts. Yeah, artifact options. So let's see what's on the screen right now. I'll tell you what's on the screen. So mana gem, yeah, that's +1, right? +1. This one is Aether. So this artifact gives you like 0.1 mana regen. Sorry, not 0.1 mana regen. It refunds you 0.1 mana every time you land a hit, right? So really useful in combos and in multi-hit spells, right? All around you. Sometimes you don't see them in the clips, but they can really change your play style. There's some artifacts that will modify, your basic mechanics. Like there's a spell that if you dodge, then you cast this spell. There's some artifacts that synergize with so like you know how in OSFE you could like have like a frost deck and all your artifacts will like when you trigger a frost, then this thing happens. You got a few artifacts like that in here. And this is the first shield break combo that is highlighted on the channel. Alright, so what happens here is that Chisel here gets hit by a pull, but then there's a gap in the combo. See, look at that. Now I'm free. So I start shielding. So shielding is a mechanic. It's basically like Smash Bros. So it's like you can shield a certain amount of hits, but if you shield too many, then you get shield broken, which is what happens here. So basically, the shield goes down to 0, shield break. The rest of the world hits pushes through. Little combo there. A few frames and then that would have been death. Anyways. Oh, here we go, another shield break. Yeah. So what happens on this one? Oh, another shield break. I love this shield break. I love the whole timing on this shield break. Look at this. Subslash, mistletoe, bam, bam, boom, bam, bop. Just like that. Violet, kind of a little different than what you are used to in DOE. Sorry, in OSFE. So, like I said before, the align move sets them up 4 tiles ahead, and then Violet here is throwing out the minigun. Uses whirl just like in OSFE. A lot of damage. Uses Violet's weapon, so it's going to hit 3 tiles in front. But the special thing about the weapon is if you hit on the 3rd tile, it pushes them. And so Violet here combos the weapon into thunder. So now we get to talk about spot dodging. So let's take a look at that. So PG's playing Violet again. Steps forward to hit the whirl. Takes 4 hits and then tries to finish it off with Violet's weapon. But I just spot dodge it. So spot dodging basically like in Super Smash Bros. Games. I think it's in a few King of Fighter games. Basically, it just makes you invincible for a little while. You're a little vulnerable at the end of it, but you can use it to evade certain attacks. Like we're gonna see in melee here. Mark trying to down tilt, but then it gets owned by the charge shot. Shoutouts to Chode Liquor, wherever you are. You can see, if you freeze right there, see Chode Liquor right there. And then he rage quit. So Merv's special weapon is a little mine, right? So in this combo, Merv uses she throws out the mine first, and then a line. So mine is a little thing that stays into so it's like mine, but if they get hit, they get pushed into the front row. So Via tries to counter with a line. That's the little wave there. But then kinetic wave hits first. And actually, I should talk about counter. Counters, if you've seen a counter in a Street Fighter or whatever, it's basically the same idea. If you're trying to fire something, but they hit you while you're in the startup frames of that attack, the attack gets cancelled basically, and then a little counter comes up. Some fighting games will give you extra damage for that, but in DOE that's not the case. It's still the same damage. Here we have our first look at Merv's sub-weapon. So you have the mine here, you got a mine here. How do we get this near here into both? You use this little thing here. So basically 4 tiles away, Merv will fire a little cross thing. It will look like this if you see it in full. In the back rows, it's only these. And if you are caught in any of the outside cross, it will pull you into the center. So it pulls you into the center. The cool thing is you can do center. You can pull them into the mine, and then pull them, and then you can do whatever afterwards. 2-2 into Tsunami, which basically just attacks the first three columns. Okay, so this is the Pedalium clip, okay? So now we get to talk about Pedalium in full. So as you can see, after the pull, Pedalium goes from here to here, and that's her special ability. So if this little thing is on the field, if she presses the weapon button, then she'll teleport back there. And any time that she uses it a second time, if that makes sense, then the little pad is going to appear where she once was, right? So in this case, so the pad was here. Once she teleports, the pad goes there, where she once was. And the thing you gotta note is that it also does like a little ring attack. wherever she teleports. That's the best footage of Treda's clip so far. Treda's attack so far. So, uses pull, gets me into hit stun. So this is the little kinetic wave that pushes me to the back. That's her sub weapon. Little backstab there. Pushes everything back to the third column. Whirl. But then Riva uses her sub weapon. So her sub weapon is basically just rush. It's kind of like just like rush. We talked about rush before. It gives you invincibility, it puts you up into your front column, and then does a little explosion in the front. So comboing with rush into the push lance. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, if you hit if Tretta lands this tip or hitbox, or like sweet spot, yeah, that's a term in melee. If you hit the sweet spot hitbox there, it does extra damage, and then it pulls up. So Tretta pulled Hazel into the salvo shot for extra damage. Cute little combo in that sequence there. That's Riva's new weapon. Riva's weapon got changed up a little bit, just to see new ideas, see what's more fun. This is basically a little diagonal beam, but it completely depletes her shield. So if she were to shield right now, she just gets shield broken. If your shield is at 0, you get shield broken if you try to use it. But this is a little shield, but this is a little attack that goes all around like diagonals. So what's the path here? Something like this. And then you can try and catch it on its way back, and that will give you the shield back. So yeah, that's a fun little mini game for Riva there. Ties up in line with her scariest attack. Okay, let's look. Oh wait, you looked at this one. Yeah. And that is the clip there. I still haven't talked about this guy yet, Chisel. Let's see what he does. You see that? You see the little bullet? So that's his main weapon. Actually, his main weapon right now. If you Eden Dev spoiled a little something in Discord, I don't know if you know about that, but his bullet right now is kind of like how it is in OSFE. So forget about the align. Shoots the bullet, fires a bullet, right? So it's like yeah, it's a little delayed bullet, and you can see you can now see like how it looks. But yeah, we didn't really talk about Hazel yet, which is unfortunate. Yeah, let's take a look. Wait. Hazel pulls here, throws blink to get into the front column. Let's do 2-2 into a melee attack. So Hazel's special thing is that she has her old wrench swing, does a lot of damage, and it also leaves a block. So that's yeah, that's her block summon. So she can summon blocks and just be a front row menace. Oh god. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is almost every spell that was in DOE at the time, so I'm just gonna try and name them all. I'm not gonna try and explain it. Okay, here we go. Minigun. Okay, I already lost. Okay, let's take it slow then. So minigun, little shot thing that summons a block into backstab, into flame burge. That's in one step from Eden 2. It summons the flames from behind. Pull, kinetic wave, align, snowfall, firewall. That was in OSV 2. Meteors, mistletoe, summon a turret. This thing here is punch cannon. So with punch cannon, if you hit something in front of you, it'll fire a fire. It will create a little fireball in front. Think of it like a Guts Punch, with the Rock Cube interaction in Mega Man, just without the whole something going into someone's face. Okay, next. Incline here. Those are the little balls. Okay, little balls. Thunder here. These 4 shots are going to be rage. Then this sword here is a slow ball. Slow ball doesn't hit on the guy. Right? I see you, Eden Dev. Okay, wait. Okay, snare. There was sweeper there too. Sweeper goes like this. Snare gonna root him. That's bouncing blade. At some point, bouncing blade hit. So he dashes in with a north wind, and then warp raise. North wind pushes him up. Warp raise pushes him down. I think a line gets fired again. Shoots a spear. Tsunami. Vortex. Into the mine. Into the air shot. Bomb's gonna hit. Tri-spark. This is just 3 thunders all at once. Oh man, what happened there? Okay, I actually lost it there. Tri-spark. Step slash in with a push slash. Quaver. That's a new spell. So Quaver shoots little shots up and down, then fires a laser in front. Boomerang. Paragon. This is dark grass. So dark grass here, it hits 5 tiles in front. So that's a little crazy here. That wasn't even in OSFE. 5 tiles in front. So 5 tiles in front, a little shot here, then it hits in the back here. That was the laser beam. That was Paragon. This Paragon fires into World, pulls them in. Dark grass pulls them in. Flurry into Thunder again. Is there another Thunder? Another Snowfall? He's reusing spells. That's not fire. Okay. You can't have 2 spells in one. Anyways. Snowfall. Guillotine. That was Pyroblast. Ragnarok's coming up. Ion Cannon. Is going to be Breakfall into Shine. Sorry, Starfall. Blink, blink. 1, 2, 3. What is this combo? 5,000 damage combo. I hope that took you a long time to make, Eden Dev. I really hope it did. What a ridiculous combo. Okay, back to real stuff. I just said names, bro. It wasn't a breakdown. Just things just hit. That's the breakdown. That's the breakdown of that combo. Anyways. Okay, back to real gameplay. You'll never see that in OSFE. Oh. So with step spells like Step Slash or Push Lance, anything that most moves that like will move you forward or maybe move you back sometimes, they can be cancelled into each other. So you can do like boom bap beep boop da bop, right? So one of the cool things you can do with that kind of setup with all the step spells is just like combo them or link them with each other. Very satisfying to land. Very satisfying. Now we should talk about Rosemary. Rosemary, we haven't seen that character yet. Haven't gotten to talk about Nira yet. But it's not really a Nira clip. So, did you see that? Did you take a note of that? Okay. Let's break it down a bit. So, Rosemary is the main user of a new status effect called Mark. Honestly, it's kind of similar to the poison mechanic of OSFE, but it's been moved to a new mechanic. So there's opportunities for a new poison kind of mechanic. So Fire's a little dark here. Look at this. Look at that mark there, right? So when you're marked, you get a little thing here. Wait. You get a little mark here. That's not a good color. What's a good color? I think yellow is a good color. Let's take a look at that mark symbol there. So it's gonna slowly count down. So 1, 2, 3. Watch it. It's kind of hard with the pixels, right? But dip, dip, dip. With it slowly goes down, slowly goes down. Oh, where'd it go? Wait, what the? Wait, hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? What's going on here? Why didn't it explode? It's supposed to explode. Okay, this one's gonna explode though. This one. This one, that's gonna explode. The other one we're gonna talk about later. We're gonna talk about in Discord later. Okay, so just watch the thing go down, right? Goes down, it goes down, it goes down. Deals a little 3 damage, right? The cool thing with mark is that you can mark them over and over and over again, right? So it's like it resets the timer, and it will do even more damage if it happens to explode. So like with poison, you could just stack up the poison stacks all the way up to like whatever you wanted, 560, and then when they get poisoned, boom, 560 damage. The thing that makes it different from OSV poison is that once mark explodes, it disappears. Let's see this. Yeah, combos. Oh, and then now we can talk about deflect. Actually, there's probably a better name for that term. I don't know what Eden Dev wants to call it. I call it deflect for now. So there's a new mechanic with deflect where you can it's kind of like a parry, but instead of like instantly hitting it at the right time, you have to release your shield at the right time, right? So the mistletoe shots come in, Jebram here deflects it, so release shield at the perfect time, and then that gives her the opportunity to move around. Yeah, move around, kind of just be actionable faster, basically.